Hey, wouldn't it be really cool if you were able to actually focus, like visualize, see what you're trying to hit, actually get your ball to go in the direction that you want it to go, like every time, or at least most of the time. And your misses would be like super marginal rather than feeling like, holy cow, I just threw that one out the window or I tugged that one through the face and gave myself a black eye. Like, wouldn't that be really cool? So, I'm going to explain to you how some of the best bowlers in the world actually work on visualization. The ways they make sure that their ball is going at the correct angle. Like I know a lot of people try to focus so much on hitting a specific board, but it's not about hitting a specific board per se. It's about getting your ball going in the correct direction at the right angle to give yourself the best opportunity to strike. Because let's be honest, you should have a board or two left and right. You shouldn't have to thread needles in order to strike. Now, if you have to thread needles, the chances of you actually having a ball reaction good enough to win is slim to none. So let's focus on visualization a little bit. And we're going to do that with this chart here. You can see this arrow right here that I have. Let's say that's our target line, right? So if we were to draw it straight out, we'd want it to get to that tracer right there. It would be there. So that's all good and dandy, right? Like we can make that happen. That's not an issue. But what if, like, how many times do you hear somebody say, "Oh, I threw that good. I hit my target. What happened?" Yeah, you hit your target, but maybe it was at this angle or this angle instead of this angle where you need it to be, right? So just because you hit this specific board, that doesn't mean it was a good shot. And I think a lot of people have an issue with admitting whether a shot is good or not, whether a shot is good or bad. That's why you see a lot of people, like, you'll watch some of the best bowlers, they'll throw a shot and they'll be like, oh, and they'll stomp it out or whatever, and then it'll be dead flush anyway. But that's because they hold themselves to a higher standard. So sure, like, okay, so maybe they missed and they hit here instead of here, right? So they know they missed inside a target and they just caught the break that their ball reaction is good enough to where it struck, or maybe they even had their angle go over here. But the good thing is they have the ability to hit between here and here. And as long as that angle is, why can't I get that to move up? Move up. It won't move up anymore. Hold on a minute. Go this way. There we go. So as long as this angle is, oh, that's curved. We don't want curved. Is at the same angle, everything is cool. You should have this much mist room in here. So the point is, so how do we visualize something like this? How do we visualize a little trough, an area through there? Because if one goes, let me move, there we go. If one is like this, right? If one misses over there and one is there, that's probably not good. But if one misses here and one misses there, they're both at the same angle, or at least really close, right? I can't tell if it's exactly right, but you can see what I'm saying. They're at the same angle to where if you miss in, oh well, it's still got a chance to strike. And if you miss out here, oh well, it's still got a chance to strike because it's still at the correct angle to create the ball reaction you're looking for. Now, if you need the goal is to obviously throw it in between these two. So we're not trying to split a single board. We're trying to hit between 3 and 4 boards in that area at this angle. That's why you see a lot of guys like Wes Malott and like Cody Shoemaker. Some of these guys, they look really close to the foul line when they're throwing the ball because they're drawing an angle. They know which direction they want their ball to go through. They're not necessarily trying to hit a single board. They're trying to get their ball going on a path in that specific area. And it's all about the angle that they're throwing the ball through the front part of the lane. They're rolling the ball through the front part of the lane. You're not throwing it, you're rolling it. So, how do we create this? Well, we can go out there. Like the biggest thing you have to be able to do is you have to be able to see it. Whether it's like through meditation, I know that sounds funny, or whatever it may be. Like for me, I like to look at the pins down lane. I like to say, okay, this is where the angle of attack is going through here. Now, clearly, your ball reaction is going to be, closer to something like this, right? It's going to be a curved line. It's not going to be a straight line from here to there. But the idea is to get your ball on that path in this direction right here. Right. So that's a little extreme there maybe, but you get what I'm saying. So you're going to have that curved line to where you're trying to throw it in between there in this angle and get it to wherever you're trying to go, right? Because we're hardly ever going to be playing straight lines. Like it's just it's not a thing anymore. You're not going to be playing a straight angle straight through here. Your ball's not going to go there and then just dead left. If your ball's not hooking before it gets to this part, your ball reaction's not very good. So your ball has to be reading somewhere in between the arrows and the tracers there, somewhere before the end of the pattern. It's got to start losing rotation before then. Otherwise, you're poop out of luck there, you know? So anyway, so how do we visualize this? So it's just going to be the thought process of trying to figure out, okay, here's the angle I want. Now I can show you the easy way. This is what I do. This is what I've created in order to make this possible. How do I get rid of this? Let me get rid of this. Stop screen share. There we go. So here's what I've created. We have ourselves a double laser line, which will create that gap that you're looking for. Now, not only will it create the gap, but you can make it to where it'll create a crosshair. If you're somebody that does want to see a specific point, you can adjust these to make it create a crosshair. And the best thing about this is it's not only used for targeting. You can use this on the approach. You can use this for your footwork. You can use this for your arm swing, all kinds of different things that this is usable for. It comes with the backing here that protects everything on the back, the wiring and the lasers itself. That snaps right on there. This connects to a tripod. So you have, like for me, I like the tripod that has the two handles that you can adjust it all kinds of different ways. I love that because then I can create whatever angles I want with this at different, and I can put the tripod pretty much wherever I want and be able to create what I want with this. And then, you know, you have the battery packs here that power this. So both come and they're switched up here. So if you only want to use one laser, you can just use one. If you want to use two, you can use two lasers. So that's kind of cool. I know you can't see the laser, but you can see that they're on. You can use one or both if you want, which is kind of neat. So I have these on pre-sale, pre-order. You've probably seen these already, but these are very key for helping you to visualize that line, that multiple board line that you're trying to attack. You're not trying to just hit a single board. You're trying to get it going in a direction that it's going. So this is basically the final product here with the casing and everything on it. I designed and made all of this myself. So I did pre-orders on these, and because they were so popular and we sold out of the 50 pretty quick, I actually added another 25. I don't know how many are left. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere like right around 20 might be left. So I kept them at a lower price. They're over at 10pindoctors.com for $149.99. And plus whatever your shipping is on there, it calculates everything there for you. But these are much stronger lasers than just the little cheap little diodes. So even though like I went and tested this today in a much brighter center, and you could see it through the arrows, but it did fade after the arrows because of how bright the lights were there. At my center, I can see it clear past the arrows, like a good another 10, 15 feet, which is good. But in my opinion, you only need this for the front part of the lane because all we're worried about are the angles through the front. If your angle through the front is correct, it's going to get to that part of the lane down lane that you want anyway. Now, I am working on a single laser, and then I might have like a package deal that'll come with a single and a double to where, but the thing about the single laser is you're going to have access to the center. Like the center is going to have to approve you to be able to put this laser down lane, because this is going to be one that's going to sit down lane that'll give you that entry angle or that break point, you know, that area down lane you're trying to get the ball to, and it will guide the ball, or it will be a straight line at an angle through to the pins. So you got the single laser down lane and the double laser in the front to where you can really draw those angles and get everything going in the direction you want. So this is going to, like the double is already available over at 10pindoctors.com. They're going to sell out. So make sure I just did these on pre-order. I'm not shipping them right away because I am still designing and perfecting this first. I want to make sure this is right. I want to make sure that everything is good to go, and then before I box these up and send them out. So probably figure the middle of January when these will actually go out. But that's why I'm doing pre-orders, so that way I wasn't sure how many would sell. I honestly didn't think I'd sell as many as I did, as fast as I did. But because of the usefulness of this tool, everybody can see how dang useful it is and how much it can help your visualization down lane and through the front part of the lane. So these are over there. Make sure to go get yours before the pre-order is out, because once they are Once the pre-orders are gone, the price will go up after that to $199 for the double. And then I will have the single and the package deals and all that stuff coming out too. It's going to be much more expensive. But either way, this is still the affordable way to do this. Like most of some of the other laser things that I've seen out there are much more expensive, and the lasers just aren't strong enough. Like I said, those little laser diodes, the $6 or $10 lasers, they don't cut it. You can see maybe from the foul line 3 feet past the dirt to the dots or whatever, not even quite to the dots. I tried it, it didn't work as well. These ones at least get to the arrows or even a little bit past the arrows, depending on the lighting of your center. So they're visual. You can see them all the way from the back of the approach, and they work out really well. So make sure to head over to 10pindoctors.com, get yours today, and I will ship those out sometime in January, as soon as I have them perfected and done. So get yours before they run out. But I'm going to get out of here. So I'll see you guys for the next video. I hope this helps you with your visualization and everything. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.